They say, be the change you wish to see in the world.
So we stand before you today as change makers who are striving for a better future.
As global citizens with an entrepreneurial vision.
As leaders with one responsibility towards humanity.
As enactors who truly believe that we can only rise by lifting others and that no one should be left behind.
Let us tell you the story of those who have spent their past carving the present for us, and how Enactus ESPRIT ICT took action for a better future for them.
ملي جدتي كبرت في العمر وصحتها تعبت صعبت علينا الكل. هي لازمها لهوة وشكون بحذاها نهار كامل، وإحنا اللي يخدم واللي يقرأ ما نعرفوش كيفاش. مرات ما نلقوش حتى كيفاش باش نتصرفوا معاه. دونك نلقوا روحنا نلوجوا شكون مشيت لها باه.
And as other members came forward with the same concerns, we realized that this is not an individual case. Did you know that 12.7% of the Tunisian population is over the age of 60? In fact, the World Health Organization expects this number to reach 29% by the year 2050. And since the majority of those seniors suffer from chronic illnesses, they require companionship. This leaves their families torn between sending them into senior care facilities or finding an adequate service provider.
But the need for service providers revealed other problems. According to the Seniors Management Department in the Ministry of Women and Family Affairs, public facilities have not recruited a senior care assistant in the last 3 years. And as the number of private care facilities is as limited as 20, over 44,500 service providers are facing unemployment. So they resort to posting their services on social media, which decreases their credibility and damages their professional brand. And due to the absence of regulations, they are at risk of being physically and verbally abused.
It is affirmed that the root problem is the lack of a formal structure that connects service providers to potential clients and ensures the safety of all parties. This had to change.
As social entrepreneurs, we seize the opportunity. And in the next several minutes, we, Enactus ESPRIT ICT, will showcase how 26,400 hours of work, 7,100 kilometers of travels helped us transform these problems into a viable business, impacting 248 people along the way. I am Khalid.
I am Yasmin.
I am Lina.
I am Aya.
And we present to you Nawa.
Nawa is a sustainable online service marketplace that connects service providers to elders through tech-based platforms that consist of a website and a mobile application. This is how it works. The service providers will build their professional profiles and list their services and prices. Then they will be added to a waiting list until our team confirms their identity and qualifications. Once confirmed, their services will be displayed on our platforms. As for the clients, they will be able to register, search, and book a service according to their necessities.
The success of this service was the outcome of our team's entrepreneurial leadership, which we showcased in every step of our project. And as our work was human-centered, we focused first on identifying the needs of seniors and service providers. Therefore, with the help of our partner Bramper, we conducted a strategic needs assessment that relied on 13 field visits and 2 online surveys.
This helped us gather potential clients and to start a call center as an implementation of our minimum viable product, where our team manually matched the service providers with the clients, all while actively collaborating with our beneficiary. All we had to do next was automate our process into a time-efficient solution. So we created a beta website that enabled us to evaluate Nawa's feasibility and user experience. For this, we selected 5 service providers and 7 of our clients to interact and test its features, obtaining valuable feedback that helped us optimize our platform, making it user-friendly.
But good is not good enough if it can't be better. That's why our team also developed a mobile application to expand our targeted audience. As a result, we reached a bigger market of phone users with a smoother user experience.
This is well orchestrated thanks to an innovative business model we built with the help of our business advisory board. Starting with our revenue streams, which are a combination of a subscription and commission model, explained as follows. Once they register, service providers will be offered 15 free matches that are valid for their first 30 days. Then, at the beginning of each month, every service provider is offered 3 free matches. And to secure their monthly income, they can purchase additional matching packs. 5 matches for 10 dinars and 10 matches for 18 dinars.
When the client books a service, a notification will be sent to the service provider. And once the match is confirmed, both parties' contact information will be unlocked and they start interacting. After every successful match, we get a commission which ranges between 5 and 10%, depending on the price of the service and its frequency. These commissions can be stacked and paid at the end of the month through the payment interface of Flusi.
As for our target market, it consists of the service providers, the elders, and their families. And while most of them are familiar with modern technology, some still face certain difficulties. Thus, we focused on customer relationships and implemented an info line to provide our clients with any support they need.
We also developed a review feature where the client can rate the service provider and vice versa. This way, we guarantee the service quality and build trust between all parties, consequently lowering the possibility of physical and verbal abuse.
To ensure the credibility of our service, we signed a partnership with Groupe des Gériatres du Grand Tunis, a group of doctors specialized in senior care and treatment. They have been guiding us through the process and they recommended 15 highly experienced service providers.
على خاطر حسيت اللي هو يمكن الحاجه كي مونك دون لو بوزل نتاعي انا كطبيبه شيخوخه اللي حبيتها تكون متواجده معناتها سي ان سيرفيس اللي نتصور ان شاء الله مع مرور الوقت باش يكون يملى برشا فراغات باش يخلي برشا مواطنين توانسه اللي عندهم كبار السن في العائله نتاعهم يلتجئوا له معناتها حاجه سهله دو كليك تو ما فماش حتى تونسي ما عندوش تليفون بورتابل ولا ما عندوش كونيكسيون ويب في دو كليك يدخل يلوج على السيرفيس اللي حاجته به في البلاتفورم هذيا ويتصل به ويلقى مش كان هكاك معناتها يلقى البريستاتير دو سيرفيس و ان بلوس سي ان سيرفيس كي غارونتي باسكو احنا نوا راهو سندناها من اول نهار قدمنا لهم برشا.
All of this demonstrates the major added value that Nawa brings to the table. It eliminates all the unnecessary steps that a client would usually go through when searching for the adequate service provider. From an average of 6 days for a match to happen, now we're reduced to less than 30 minutes, positioning Nawa to be the fastest and most accurate in the market.
As for our marketing campaign, we implemented a strategy that relied on our target's behavior. Our first focus was to shed light on the seniors' issues through an informative online campaign on social media. This garnered remarkable engagement before the launch of our platforms.
Then, we proceeded with our offline campaign, where we conducted numerous field visits, hosted several info sessions, and a promotional event. Through this, we caught the attention of radio stations like Express FM, Mosaic FM, and Chams FM, and appeared in newspapers like La Presse and the show on Zitouna TV.
After months of hard work, we gained a network of 37 clients and 25 service providers. And according to our website traffic, the numbers are constantly growing, which reflects the sustainability of Nawa.
Dear judges, 2021 was the year of challenges. The year where we applied our entrepreneurial skills to create a tangible impact.
An impact that started since our prototyping phase, where we established 2 matches with a working period of 3 months, respectively generating a monthly revenue of 850 dinars and 900 dinars. That is a total turnover of 5,250 dinars.
At this very moment, we have 25 service providers registered on our platforms, 13 of whom are nurses, while 12 are senior care assistants. Over the span of this next month, we estimate they will be generating a monthly average of 800 dinars and 450 dinars respectively. Hence, generating a total revenue of 16,450 dinars with 1,645 dinars as Nawa's share. 75% would go for our beneficiary, while 25% would cover the project expenses.
Through our commitment, we are providing a steady source of income for 25 professionals and improving the quality of life of 37 seniors. And by indirectly impacting their families, we reach a total of 248 individuals. 1 year from now, we will be expanding our community to a total of 200 service providers empowered through our business with equally divided opportunities between men and women. 200 people who previously spent an average of 2 years of their lives unemployed.
By the end of 2021, we will have filed for the label Startup Act. We're also aiming to target people with special needs, amounting to a market size of more than 200,000 people. And our service providers list will expand even further, as we will be including other specialists such as speech therapists, special needs assistants, and special needs teaching assistants. Imagine how many new job opportunities we will be able to create for the paramedical staff, thus contributing to the improvement of the Tunisian healthcare sector. This is how Nawa completes the cycle by creating a whole network of expertise and connecting them to patients from all over the country.
Derived from the Amazigh word for grandmother, Nawa is a living proof that with sheer motivation and a touch of innovation, no one is left behind.
This was a journey of hardships and humble beginnings.
A journey that taught us not to limit our challenges, but to challenge our limits.
A journey taken on by 85 ambitious change makers to rise by lifting others.
With 9 SDGs tackled, we improved the lives of 37 elders, created 2 jobs, empowered 25 service providers, and impacted 248 individuals.
We are the next generation that will bring change into this world, following the legacy of
Enactus ESPRIT
ICT.
Our sense of style is how we choose to express ourselves. Fashion. Now, what if I told you that the world of dress may not be as dreamy as you may think? The fashion industry is responsible for 20% of the global wastewater production and 10% of the global gas emissions, especially denim textile. Denim makes over 10% of the total market value of the textile industry. Denim is polluting our oceans and destroying the marine life. At Enactus SMU, we have been concerned and we have decided to take action. And this is where the idea of our project has come to the spotlight. Today, Shaima, Khawla, Aya, and I will present you this brand, Kamesh Upcycles, where we collect, recycle, and refurbish your denim jeans to bestow a new vibrance upon your wardrobe.
We chose denim jacket to start our business. For a year, we acquired fame and success thanks to the popularity our jacket had on social media. We offer to our customers 100% customized jackets. They get to choose the color, the size, the model of their vests. We also give them a range of accessories, logos, and paintings that they can choose from to add to the back or front of their jackets. Our client satisfaction is our #1 priority. For that, we needed to collect this past year alone over 500 pairs of jeans and 300 meters of denim waste. We all know the huge effects the denim production is causing to the environment. First, with the chemicals it's using, it's resulting in the health degeneration of many countries, causing a lot of illnesses such as cholera and malaria. Second, denim production is a huge way to lose water. We need 20,000 liters of water to produce only 1 pair of jeans, whereas every person throws between 3 and 4 pairs of jeans every year. Third, denim waste is found to be harming the ecological system. Over 15,000 tons of denim are found every year in the forests and in the oceans, causing the degeneration of the ecological system. Finally, with Kamesh, we not only prevent our ecological system from being harmed, but we also protect our water consumption. The basic jacket costs 55 dinars, and with additional details that the client wants to add, the price may increase.
Our products consist mainly of denim jackets made with love by 6 women who had their share of societal struggles, and we at Kamesh have helped them to triumph over impoverishment by securing them a stable source of income while delivering their best craftsmanship. You can find these women in Ariana, Benaros, Radis, and Qayrawan.
Barbesha is an online concept store that works with young artists and sells secondhand clothes. As we have the same vision and since we both aim for a better world with more ecological fashion, we decided to choose them as project holders. Our mission is very similar, to build a sustainable environment by upcycling used garments and to create and expand our community of ecological responsible consumers. After the unexpected global pandemic crisis that slowed down our process and interrupted our production, we didn't lose hope. In fact, putting all our attention on our social media content helped us to come up with new creative ways to promote our products and got us better reach and increased our orders. With our weekly online meetings, we found a way to keep our Enactus family clothes and managed to do better than last year. We went from a revenue of 2,500 dinars and no profit at all last year to a revenue of 5,700 dinars, out of which 1,900 dinars of net profit this year. With all the brainstorming and our future plans, we aim for more revenue next year as we expect to do better. When we talk about the satisfaction of our clients, it is our number one priority. Their feedback and testimonies and their interest in our future products are what keep us determined to do better. After our fashion show and stands, not only the demand increased, but also the praise was amazing. And we can finally say that Kamesh finally succeeded in achieving its client satisfaction.
After the quarantine, we organized many photo shoots and posted our finished products on our social media accounts, which made us reach more people and get more orders, not only from Tunisia but also on the international scale, such as France, UK, and Portugal. We also launched a couple of new collections of Kamesh jackets, organized photo shoots to introduce each one of them, and kept our social media accounts active to overcome this global pandemic and keep the good work going while raising awareness about fast fashion and enlarging our community of responsible consumers. In addition to that, we celebrated Kamesh's first birthday on 12th February with a fashion show that received a lot of positive response and got our demand skyrocketed. Another one was held on 3rd March, where we were able to collaborate with young local projects on accessories and clothing selection. Thanks to our determination, we were able to successfully organize these 2 fashion shows despite the global pandemic. Moreover, we are planning on launching our website, which is currently on the testing phase, but it's going to be ready as soon as possible.
We gave 6 positions for artisans. Thus, we are able to contribute to enhancing social life standing for 6 families. Children are getting better quality life and easier access to education. Thus, we were able to contribute to 6 sustainable development goals that are no poverty, 0 hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, decent work with economic growth, and reduced inequality. Thanks to Kamesh, we are also helping in preventing denim production from harming the environment. Thus, with 500 pairs of jeans only, we contributed to saving millions of liters of water from going into waste. In addition to the harmful effect the denim production is causing to the environment by gas emission and the chemicals it's using. Thus, we were able to contribute to other sustainable development goals that are clean water and sanitation, life below water, responsible consumption, and climate action.
At Kamesh, we have certainly undergone quite some hurdles this year. Needless to mention the COVID impact, but we have also acquired a very crucial skill, and it is to adapt. We're foreseeing a horizontal expansion strategy as a diversification of our products. Our workshops will work on skirts, purses, and tote bags. We're also considering a geographical expansion strategy by contracting with third-party delivery services to cover a wider area of the local market. We started from the bottom and now we are here. We haven't only made of Kamesh a green brand, but we have also made it ours, meaning it's also yours, and all of us, each one of us can partake in a greener environment while also being fashionable. Thank you so much.
يعني كي باش نمشي الخدمة عليه ما يقبلونيش علاش ديما تغزر لي أنا خاطر شادي تحابس.
This is not an ordinary speech, as the people we met throughout this journey were far from being ordinary. Within the corners of our beautiful capital city with its joyful life and endless opportunities lies one of our most dark realities, poverty. Let us guide you to the districts where segregation and marginalization are the only languages spoken, where dreams are far from being fulfilled, where hopes are smashed and vanished, and where our most vulnerable targets exist, the ex-prisoners. It would be fair if punishment was only rooted behind prison bars, but it happens to be a lifelong sentence just because society chose to.
عندهم برشا مشاكل مع رواحهم دو ان ومشاكل زاده مع المجتمع اللي فينالمون يحكم عليهم برشا ساعات يرفضهم وما يعطيهمش فرصتهم. دونك الحاجه اللي خرجنا بها احنا انه التغيير عندهم ممكن اما مش بيهم هما كهو بينا احنا زاده بان نسمعهم الكلمه الحلوه ان نشجعوهم كي يتحسنوا ان نعطيهم فرصتهم ونعطيهم ثقتنا خاطر اللي يغلط مره مش باش يقعد حياته الكل يغلط با فورسيمون.
But we looked deep into their eyes and found that sparkle that others couldn't recognize. We decided to prove society wrong. We decided to flip it all. Ladies and gentlemen, today is not a competition. It is a celebration. Today, we are celebrating the rise of humanity, celebrating dignity and well-being. Today, we Enactus ESCT had put an end to this misery through our project, Zendeli.
The tone of a better future. Zendeli is a social incubator that allows ex-convicts to dream again and to change their bitter lives to better ones, run by 3 young student entrepreneurs that will offer them the right type of help, which is something we've never heard of in Tunisia before, have we? This project came to life thanks to the cooperation of CEDIS, Centre de Défense et d'Intégration Sociale, and FAST Tunisie with Enactus ESCT, along with the convention signed with the European Union, which granted us 20,000 dinars that will be invested in the launch of 6 micro-projects. With this precious support, we succeeded in offering 4 jobs for 4 different ex-convicts, Inez, Ahmed Tariq, and Adel, 3 drug stores, and Smith, who happens to be a facade designer. Yet, our work will not stop here, as we are planning to launch 2 more projects in Malasine for Mahjoub and Sabri.
فهمنا برشا حاجات، فهمنا اللي هما فينالمون ماهمش رافضين التغيير، لكن رافضين تو سكي منظومة كلاسيكية، تو سكي ستركتوري. فهمنا زاده اللي عندهم برشا بوتنسيال، شاكان سا فاسون. فما اللي يعرف يبعث مشروع وينجحو، فما اللي عنده الحس الفني لو سونس ارتستيك وينجم يبرودوي. وفما زاده اللي يرجع يقرا وهذه حاجه تفرحنا برشا.
No one can deny that communicating with our beneficiaries was hard at first. They were overwhelmed by frustration, anger, and sadness. Yet, we succeeded in gaining their trust eventually by embracing their pain and helping them to discover a better version of themselves.
Zendeli is a journey where we full-heartedly devoted ourselves to accompany ex-convicts throughout their project creation process, starting from ideation and administrative paperwork to the commercialization and the monitoring, where they got trained to manage their projects to be capable of actively participating in the commercial development to reach both economic and social growth. We also took care of the marketing and communication plan for the graffiti project in order to create a successful brand image on social media, as we trained the others to manage their stores in the most effective way.
How can we make Zendeli more profitable and ensure its sustainability? We already created accounts on both Shaqaqa.tn and Jamaiti.tn to guarantee different sources of funding and to ensure the smooth running of our project in the future. The economic model consists of 25% of the capital stock of every micro-project, including 7% for business development, 6 for communication, 4 for assistance, 3 for coaching, 3 for providing workshops, and 2 for service provision.
Thanks to our humble accomplishments this year, Zendeli has made an incredible impact. Financially, we generated a total revenue of 5,000 dinars through the accompaniment made, as well as 56,416 dinars, which were made from the direct sales of the 4 micro products, increase in revenue of our beneficiaries from 0 dinars to 3,275 dinars, and reaching 110,511 dinars by the end of 2021. No poverty, zero hunger, decent work and economic growth.
Socially, we directly impacted 7 individuals, and indirectly, we impacted 22, 7 families, 1 region, adding up to more than 30 individuals, which created a whole ecosystem in the region of Dwarhishar, addressing 5 SDGs: gender equality, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, peace, justice, and strong institutions, partnerships to achieve goals. Nothing will stop us from impacting more people, those who least and those yet to be. Zendeli will get bigger, and so will their dreams.
As you can see, we Enactus ESCT, we act.
We impact.
For a better future we do.
We make.
We change.
So we'll not be stopping here, as we plan to establish a platform to ensure our project's durability, where we'll provide a link between ex-convicts and investors. Last but certainly not least, our impact will spread out to other regions and change the lives of this marginalized community, as well as the whole mindset spread in Tunisia. Furthermore, our beneficiaries will be ambassadors that new project holders look up to. And thanks to our cooperation with Fast Tunisie, Zendeli will be a great opportunity for new beneficiaries who are going to launch their businesses next year in both Fushana and Benzar.
We estimate to make a turnover of 230,000 dinars by creating 8 more projects next year. And by the following year, we estimate to make a turnover of 500,000 dinars by creating 16 more projects.
And that's why we believe that when the gates of the prison open, the path ahead should lead to a better life. Zendeli touched many lives, families, and communities. We are willing in the future to bring help to more areas in Tunisia and to break the vicious circle that jobless ex-offenders got stuck in. We want them to have a balanced, secure, productive life, a harmonious life, which brings us to our second project, Harmony. The name is familiar, isn't it?
Well, if it doesn't ring a bell, let us remind you. Last year we launched Harmony, the first music therapy center in North Africa, beholding many therapeutic services, held by Dr. Rihab Jbeli, the founder of ANMT, Association Nationale de Musicothérapie. Harmony provides music therapy, psychomotricity, and sensory awakening for children who are diagnosed with autism, dyslexia, learning disorders, and depression, through its innovative multisensory room, as well as through individual and group sessions. Along with these therapeutic services, this year we worked on adding occupational therapy, art therapy, and zootherapy, and even professional training for children that is based on plastic art, modeling, cooking, and painting, so that they could express themselves in a better way.
إيدوكاتيف غير إيدوكاتيف اللي نخدموا فيه خاصة مع الصغيرات اللي عندهم مشاكل نتاع التعلم وصعوبات نتاع التعلم، دونك الموسيقى لهنا تعاونها في إنهم يتعلموا بطريقة مختلفة. يقول لك علم الأطفال وهم يلعبون وإحنا نعلموهم أتغافير الموسيقى.
We are still expanding our brand awareness by managing the social media accounts. Also, a convention signed with Radio Amal in which Dr. Rihab will host a regular podcast to empower people through music therapy. For further transparency and visibility of our services, we organized 4 different events to let the parents meet the medical staff who played a great role in the kids' progress that we and their parents are witnessing.
The difficulties for the kids may be numerous, but the torments that parents go through are unnumbered. And since raising a child with a special need can be challenging, we managed to let parents benefit from music therapy training sessions, online and offline, to learn how to cope with their children, especially during quarantine.
According to our research, not only people diagnosed with autism can benefit from sensory rooms. In fact, many studies have shown the clinical and psychological benefits of music therapy for hospitalized people, especially for children, as it reduces stress, depression, and helps them to better cope with their health issues.
We shared our vision with the Ministry of Health and proposed installing sensory rooms, also called Snozlin, in 3 hospitals, including the Pediatric and Dialysis Services at Charles Nicolle Hospital, the Pediatric Leukemia Service and the Pediatric Oncology Department at Aziz Athmana Hospital, and finally, the Pediatric Psychiatry Service at Razia Hospital, where we got a warm and reassuring response.
Meanwhile, we already started performing music therapy sessions as well as stress management for our patients.
Last year, in the same place, we made promises. We promised we would reach the break-even point by the end of 2020, which we did. At this very moment, Harmony has made a turnover of over 85,155 dinars, showing an increase of 76,355 dinars as of last year, and expecting to reach a turnover of 130,000 dinars by the end of this year, that being through subscription fees.
Courtesy to our achievements, we directly impacted 16 children, 33 parents trained to deal more efficiently with their kids, 37 music and medical experts expanded their knowledge in music therapy methods, 9 employees by creating jobs for them, and thousands of people through free live sessions to manage stress. Indirectly, we impacted 25 families, including the children and the medical staff family. That's how we tackled 3 SDGs: good health and well-being, quality education, partnerships to achieve goals.
Because we are committed to move forward with this journey, we are aiming to make music therapy a commonly recognized treatment in Tunisia. And to explain our target, we intend to establish an even stronger partnership network with private schools. We'll be also targeting other pediatric services based in the capital, estimating a turnover of 250,000 dinars by impacting directly and indirectly the lives of 5,000 people.
Dear judges, we're standing here in front of you today with the work of over 45 students, 10,000 hours, 7,000 kilometers, 5 partners, and a turnover of 141,571 dinars.
Ladies and gentlemen, because we are pledged to take actions, because we are the young ambitious change makers, because of our love to our beautiful Tunisia, we prove that change is possible through our project Zendeli and Harmony. I am Noor.
I am Khalid.
I am Malik.
I am Malik.
And together we are Enactus ESCT.
This is a story of great civilization, story of people whose land has always been its source of wealth. This is the story of the Carthaginian Empire. Throughout history, we watch our country flourish in agriculture. Africa was so famous for its fertile soil and ability to support abundant livestock. However, it is no longer the case, as other factors have turned the scales. As years went by, Tunisia's proficiency in agriculture faded away. Throughout the last decade, we witnessed many farmers protest for the problems they faced during their work: high price of raw materials, intense competitivity, and harsh working conditions, which made many of them give up this field altogether.
These difficulties relate to the different fields of agriculture, but one pillar of this sector, which is livestock, is the most vulnerable link. Livestock is a vital component of Tunisia's agriculture as it contributes to human well-being, since it represents 40% of our agriculture share in gross domestic product and provides employment opportunities to over 40% of the agricultural labor.
Now, imagine the consequences that can occur due to the deterioration of a sector with such a weight on social and economic level.
One of the main challenges that farmers are facing nowadays is feeding their animals. Let us start by taking a look at livestock's typical diet. Livestock need green grass, also called pastures, water, and nutritional supplements through concentrated feed.
However, these farmers are struggling with the decline of green land, as these pastures used to cover 65% of the food needs of Tunisian livestock. But currently, this rate is limited to 15%. Farmers find themselves obliged to compensate for this lack by concentrated forage, which price is increasing year after year, creating a chain of consequences where sheep prices increase, affecting meat prices, thus influencing the Tunisians' purchasing power. Therefore, day by day, livestock breeders in Tunisia are renouncing this activity.
كنا كنا نقطعوا فرقة الكل
أنا عندي ولد عازب ولد 25 سنة سارح بالبقرات لاهي بالبقرات نصبح هنا لا لقيت فلوس لي أنا من جرة العنب ومن جرة الغلاء ولا لقيت فلوس ولدي اللي سارح به باش نصب عليه في السنة أساس باش نعمل له كرني باش يولي يداوي خاطر ما عادش يداوي معايا حلت 20 دينار باش نهز اللي درت الفلاحة باش نصبها باش يعطوني ترخيص باش نمشي للسنة أساس. معناها نبيع الحليب ونطلع مساب ب 57,000 نجيب لك الورقة كاملة. العنبة نتاعها غالية.
We couldn't stay indifferent towards this problem and we decided to take action. First, we dived into the roots of the issue and we found that the main components of animal feed on Tunisian market are imported. Soy and corn are the core of the problem. These ingredients are constantly getting more expensive, which led to an outrageous increase of concentrated forage costs by more than 200% in less than a decade. 200% in less than a decade.
We saw light despite the darkness. We felt the urge to find solutions.
First, we started collecting data with the help of the Ministry of Agriculture. Then, we began assessing current needs by interviewing farmers from different regions during multiple field visits. Also, we partnered with l'Union Tunisienne de l'Agriculture et de la Pêche UTAP and l'Office de l'Élevage et de Pâturage OEP to analyze the situation.
We realized that sustainable and self-sufficient intervention was heavily needed to revive the farming business and allow breeders to thrive once again. All our research led us to two main questions. What if this dependence on imported components could be solved? What if we could produce local, cost-efficient alternatives that are equally as effective?
We searched hard, worked even harder, and we did not stop. Not until we found the solution, an innovative solution we called YouFeed. YouFeed is a 100% nationally produced concentrated forage that values local crops and uses them as part of its formula.
We worked on substituting the important ingredients, and based on our research, we found that soy and corn can be replaced respectively with these local ingredients as they almost maintain the same nutritional value.
So together as a team, we successfully came up with a formula that meets three core criteria: local, effective, and cost efficient.
Making YouFeed a self-sufficient solution that comes at a time heavily needed as international trade has been affected since pandemic started.
On a large scale, that would reduce carbon dioxide emissions and fuel consumption through decreasing importation of soy and corn, bringing us closer to achieving the goal of the 30th SDG.
As we kept improving the formula, we finally settled on these ingredients: inedible and rejected dates for energy, barley, a widely known feed grain for animal feed, alfalfa, our product's main source of protein, bran for more protein and mainly for crude fiber, and also added minerals and vitamins. In fact, our formula valorizes dates thrown away and ditched out from the markets, making it a zero-waste and eco-friendly product.
As a next step, we decided to tackle two main project pillars, specifying our target market and ensuring the sustainability of the project. The answer to the first concern was sheep, as it represents 78% of livestock in Tunisia. We also decided to settle south for a start, as sheep breeding in Tunisia is concentrated there by 52%.
During the visit alongside one of our partners, we got acquainted with Mr. Hedi. Mr. Hedi, originated from Zendeli, is an ambitious farmer with an entrepreneurial spirit who has also been trying to tackle the issue of the ongoing rise of animal feed prices. His aim is to develop his region and to offer to the farmers of his community an affordable alternative.
قال لي من هاني لا نحبوا نجوا احنا جاي في نفيس ونعمل معاكم تجربه وتناقشنا عملنا التركيبه هذه عملنا تركيبه الشعير سدالي فصة وتمر وفيتامينات الملح وهذبناها عينه تحليل 12.70 بروتين و13.9% هي انرجي الغذاء متوازن. بعنا ديجا منهم اكياس للمواطنين. السلك فاش السلك هذا ان علاش انا قبلت ياسر لان فيها المواد مخلفات الواحد هي محليه تحت قدامنا مش نستوردوا فيها النخله يلزمنا من منها شيء. النخله متلوث منها حتى الازمات تخلق الحل. اما بالتالي اذا كان المكلف يربيها قاعد فيه وثالث يبيعها. وهذا علاش ان يلزمنا نشجعوا الانتاج المحلي.
Step by step, we made our first prototype and sent a sample to the lab. The first try didn't quite reach the optimum nutrition requirements, but it was not the end of the road for us. It was only the beginning. With the help of our partners, we worked on the deficiencies and kept improving the formula till the tests turned into pleasing results and good ratios. Reaching the last stage of experimentations, farmers induced tested the project, and their feedback was quite impressive and reassuring. With our final formula in hand, we started producing Indus with the assistance of Mr. Hedi.
Now that we have a better understanding of the product, let us walk you through the production cycle. We grind the components separately using a machine. Then, workers manually blend together the components with respect to the optimal ratios. Once the ingredients are well mixed, we feed the powder into a machine that turns it into small pellets, which guarantees better storage conditions than the powder form. Afterward, the product would be carefully packed and sold in 50 kilogram bags. And just like that, our cattle feed is ready to go.
Finally, we launched YouFeed and started selling to the farmers. Promoting the product in the region was quite easy, as our first target clients were the members of the farmers grouping in Duzgbili, those who have already tested the product.
To give you a concrete idea of YouFeed's advantages, let's take a look at the results of our competitive research. YouFeed is 30% cheaper on the average, contains nearly 3 times more crude fiber, which makes YouFeed an alternative both affordable and efficient.
Indeed, our goal is to reduce the vulnerability of the farmers and to empower them in order to overcome the struggles dominating the Tunisian market.
وبالتالي هني على الاقل نساهم في تعديل الاسعار حتى على السوق، لان الكلفه للفلاح ما عادش كلفه مشبعه، مع كلفه الثمن ما عادش كلفه.
By switching to our product, a farmer would be saving nearly 150 dinars per sheep per year, which makes it 3,000 dinars for an average farmer having 20 sheep. Let's imagine now farmers having 40, 80 and 100 sheep. YouFeed will also address some major social and regional balance concerns, promoting youth employment, enhancing the value of women's work, and making sure a more significant contribution to regional development is provided by disadvantaged areas, and this by honoring 8 SDGs.
The market estimation in the south reaches 50,000 tons per month. Our estimation is to gradually seize 0.5% of the market share within the next 2 years. This is equal to a turnover of more than 185,000 dinars per month. We're also aiming to expand the product range in order to address the very different demands of the regions and local lifestyle.
This project's expansions will always be guided by the brand's key promises: local, effective and affordable products for better nutrition.
We are pleased to help this community, and we believe in what YouFeed can offer and the change it can make. The smile you saw on farmers' faces not only reflects the positive impact, but the prosperity after so many years of struggles.
This year, through traveling for 2,730 kilometers, working for more than 11,520 hours, we managed to impact the lives of around 250 farmers of the region, made them save over 300 dinars per month, created 2 job opportunities, and generated a revenue of more than 5,000 dinars in just 1 month.
We learned that people only know your story if you write it down. So today, we choose to write our own lines.
We choose to create our own path and to walk down this road of change.
Because we believe that change is not only possible, it is necessary.
We are Enactus Tunisia, CARTHAGE, and together we transform basic needs into business opportunities.